this one.
Did you guys have like favorite moments from the Streamer Awards?
Oh, the Miyoung hug thing was fucking hilarious. Toast goes in for a hug and she just like books it.
The noise he made
All right, so we'll watch this one and then we'll play Minecraft.
too, like when she turned away, he was like,
Wait, Snoop Dogg is a furry?
What?
No, Snoop Dogg, no. Okay.
Are you sure?
So I just let it rip in the fucking doctor's office. It was horrible.
Wait,
the
by
doctor's,
let it rip,
like
you
I
mean
farted in the doctor's face.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back for the OTV podcast. Episode 17. I am here with Sydney or Sidion and Lily Pichu. Wait, Lily Peach.
Yes.
Take it away, Lily. Why are you not on camera today?
You know, I feel ugly.
We don't look ugly,
Thanks, Jody. You
but
look
I
beautiful.
understand not wanting to be on camera.
Sometimes you just don't want to be on camera, you
Yeah.
know?
We know that feel.
True.
We do.
Feel it every day.
Yeah.
We know
I
that feel.
am looking to make a VTuber for the exact reason. So, yes.
What
Well,
my
let's get
VTuber
right
is
to it,
for.
guys.
Okay.
VTubing is great because, you know, I feel like people have many reasons to be VTubers, but I feel like the most common thing for being a VTuber is just not wanting to be in your flesh, like not wanting to show your face or your body, right? For me, it's more like I'm already, like the world already knows what I look like for the past like 10 years. So that's not really an issue for me. It's just that sometimes I don't want to put on makeup. I mean, actually lately I've been streaming without makeup too, but sometimes you just don't want to be on camera. It's not even about the makeup. It's not even about like self-esteem. Sometimes it is, like sometimes you're like, oh, I look ugly, I don't want to be on camera, or like sometimes I don't want to, like, I don't know, like dress in my outdoor clothes, like I want to be comfy, I want to, like, you know, or some people, or for like, I guess for people who have boobs, you know, like they just don't want to wear a bra sometimes, you know, and all that stuff and all this, I mean, anyways, many reasons, but yeah, for me, sometimes I just don't want to be on camera. I just want to be comfy, and VTubing is really fun. Like you're represented by a beautiful model and you just talk and it looks like it's just you or not you.
Okay, so kids or no kids, do you plan on freezing your eggs in the future? Yes or no? It's on this fucking piece of paper.
Okay, it's on the paper, yeah. I didn't think I wanted kids. Well, okay, I wanted kids when I was younger, and then I got older, and I was like, man, fuck that shit. I'm gonna be cool, like, hot aunt who travels the world and, like, gives her nieces and nephews, like, really fancy toys, and she, like,
Ooh.
dates lots of men named Fabio in, like, France, right?
Really, really specific. But
Yeah, that was how I envisioned my life going. And then I got a dog, and it changed everything. And I was like, wow, this is the most
Dogs will
fulfilling
do that.
thing I've ever done in my life. And, like, I love Crash so much, and then now I want kids.
Wow, dogs
Whoa.
made you want kids.
It made me want kids.
Some people say that dogs make them not want kids
Yeah.
because of how much work those little shits are. What about you, Jody?
I'm like Sydney, you know, thought I was going to cool aunt, you know,
Yeah,
travel
cool
the world,
aunt, travel
whatever.
the world,
Got
multiple
cats,
boyfriends.
realized that I don't need to have kids, and now I'm like, yeah, I'm good, I'm fulfilled.
No kids? Wow.
But I don't know, you know, it could change. I don't really like think of it in my future plan. I'm living in
To be absolutely fair, Jody and Sid are like 24. No 24-year-old wants kids, let's be real. If you do, then it's probably because like you grew up in a really fucking happy family, or alternatively you didn't grow up. The other extreme was you didn't grow up in a happy family, you really want a family. I feel like there's two kinds of people. One is you grew up in a very extremely happy family that you kind of follow the model and it makes you want a happy family yourself. The other one is you don't have a happy family and you really want one. So you want to make your own. That's the other extreme. I feel like no like average teenager or average 20-year-old wants kids.
in the now, I'm very present. And if I was to have kids, it would be like in like 10 years or something. I don't know.
And then you'd have to freeze your eggs.
So yeah, I would probably freeze my eggs if I make a shit ton of money and have the money to do that.
The energy of youth is truly inspiring. Well, I hope you guys have babies. You guys would make beautiful babies.
Do you want kids? I'm taking that as a no.
No, absolutely not.
Got it. Did you always know you didn't want kids?
Oh, yeah. Once since I was like young. I think my parents gave up too. They're like,
Trying to like
well, they see how I am. Like I sleep a lot, and they just see like generally what kind of person I am, and I'm like, Mom, I don't want kids, and they're like, yeah, you shouldn't have kids. So they've accepted me for who I am, which is great.
That's good. That's good. Some parents bug about grandkids, so if you don't have to deal with that, that's actually really nice.
Yep.
Jillybug.
My parents are actually very, very chill with the whole kids conversation. They're like, actually, at first they were more like, you know, your age is getting up there a little bit. How's it going with you and Abe? But I guess it's really fair because like Abe and I dated for 5 years, and many people get engaged early. You know, like let's take like Abe's sister and her fiance for example. Like they got engaged after like dating for a year. Then again, I also have a cousin who got engaged after dating for 10 years. So I mean, I guess every couple is different. But I feel like typically it's better to, it's like if you're sure and you do intend to get married at some point, it's probably better to do it early than late. For me, I was getting antsy. I was getting antsy also because my parents were getting antsy. They're like, and Abe's parents, they were like, so when's it happening? And I'm like, good question. And I look at Abe, when's it happening? Just gonna sit here. Yep, just gonna wait. I'm not proposing. Nope, not me. Okay, listen, I know it's like 2022 and we're past the age where men have to propose, but I'm kind of old-fashioned in that way where I was like, I kind of want the guy to ask, like, I'm not proposing to Abe. I need the proposal for me, you know? So I was like, I'll just wait. 1 year passes, 2 year passes, 3 year passes, 4 year passes, 5 years pass, and I'm just like, yeah, we're in it. We're in it for the long run. Oh man. I'm not even an introvert though. It's not that. It's just not about that. It's more like it's just how I grew, or how I grew up mentally. I was just like, I want my Prince Charming to come and propose to me, you know, kind of thing. Oh, and then what was funny was like I learned later that Abe told Janet, I think. Abe told Janet like when he was gonna do it and stuff. Like he told a few people prior to doing it, and it's just so funny. I really hope that in the future, if any of like my girlfriends are going to get proposed to, I hope their boyfriends tell me, so I can also feel the same thing that they felt when Abe told them, because I'm just like, I was excited. I don't even know who's gonna be the one who's gonna receive a proposal next or when it's gonna happen, but I really do hope that like I get to know and like share that excitement, and like it's really nice. I don't know, if you guys experience it at some point yourselves, you'll understand. Like you're just anticipating so much happiness and like excitement for your friend. It's just like you just want to be there, but you have to also hold it like to yourself and as a secret.
Your brother for kids?
Oh, my brother. No, they don't bug him. I think parents as they get older just want their children to be happy and healthy and successful. Kids or no kids.
Sorry, I'm honorary girl today, yeah?
Yeah.
You gotta
Happy Women's Month.
talk in a higher pitch.
Oh, do I have to talk like this?
Yeah, and have a little accent to it. Add a little vocal fry to it. Yeah.
Accent.
Yeah.
He's a California girl.
Hey.
Hi. Honestly, pretty good. What's your girl name?
You can name me
Brittany.
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 Welcome to the podcast, Brittany.
Welcome to the podcast.
Hi, guys.
Hi, welcome in.
Brittany smokes 7 packs a day. What else? We talked about freezing eggs. You would freeze your eggs. That shit's expensive as hell.
Okay.
Yeah, every
that
year
sounds
I believe it
expensive.
costs. How much does it cost? You know, I'm gonna be Broden today. I'm gonna look it up on the Google while you guys talk.
So Brittany,
Me and Brittany.
Brittany, are you having kids?
At some point, I'd like them, yeah.
Aww.
that would mean that whoever you're getting, you know, whoever your life partner is would have to agree to want kids. What if your partner doesn't want kids?
Ooh. I'll adopt my own.
And then
String your
or
partner
I'll do a
along.
surrogate. It doesn't have to be their kid, just mine.
But
you're with your life partner.
Weekdays, I'm with the kid.
They're a kid of their own.
6 to 20K ish. but there's also yearly storage costs, which is a few hundred.
Wait, it's six.
So it's actually not. Well, I have a friend who did get their eggs frozen, and I believe it costed her like 10K for the procedure to be done. And I heard it hurt like hell, which scares me. But I don't think I'm gonna do it. I think just like when the time comes, it'll be fine. Most people are telling me that nowadays, because people are having kids a little bit later, it's more acceptable to have it in like your early 30s, but you definitely don't want to have your first child like, I would say you don't want to have your first child like after 35, because then it gets like kind of spoopy, like the risks go up for having your first child then. And it's all about the first child. I think it's like after you have your first child, it's a little bit better. But yeah, early 30s. For me, I mean, I just turned 30. I guess I'm gonna turn 31 this year. Fuck. But yeah, it's I still don't see it for at least another 2 years. I think the older I get, the more I realize that I'm not ready. And I guess you're never gonna be ready. I think nobody in this world will ever be ready for what it's like to have kids. But I think it's just like right now in my life, it just doesn't make sense, because it's like I'm trying to become more stable in my career, and I'm still trying to like save up money. And then also this year is a huge spending year because of the wedding, right? So that's a lot of money already. So I feel like also I would have to decide like where I want to settle, because I feel like if I'm having kids, I might have like a year or two leeway before, you know, I have to think about where they go to school and stuff. But that shit is just too much. I think second and etc. pregnancies do have extra concerns, actually. Really? I guess so. I guess it just really depends. I think it also is like very different depending on the woman too, depending on like their health and like their menstrual cycles and like their internal health. My mom gave birth to me at 40. My mom gave birth to me at 39. But before me was my brother, who she gave birth to at 29. So my mom gave birth at 29 and 39. Which kind of makes me sad, because like I kind of wish I came earlier, because my parents are so much older with me. And my parents are so much closer in age with my brother. She took a decade break. Now I'm pretty sure I was like some kind of mistake. I don't think anybody in their right mind is like, yeah, I'm gonna have my second child 10 years after my first child. I mean, it's not really yikes. I don't care. I mean, my parents changed a lot for me, right? Like they moved countries for me. So I don't feel like I'm any less than my brother, if that makes sense. Like, you know? Like, I don't feel like, yes, it might have been like by chance or a mistake, but I don't feel like it's bad at all. I feel like being a mistake is really common. Like, you know, like a lot of pregnancies aren't necessarily planned. So I don't even know if my brother was planned. I think most pregnancies, like some people are planned, and some people it just happened and then they decided to keep you. I mean, they could have decided to not have me too. So
Wait, a few hundred K?
6 to 20K for the initial.
That is such a large range. Like, what could possibly?
Google told
what
me.
is 6K and what is 20K for an egg?
Freezer
like-
quality.
Oh.
I guess mistake is not the right word.
So it
Planned, I
says
guess, is
30K
better.
to 40K on treatment and storage.
Okay, I won't use the word mistake. I think people are taking it too negatively. I don't mean mistake in a bad way. I mean mistake as in like they didn't plan to. You know what? I'll just call it unplanned from now on, because people are getting offended. I'm not even offended at calling myself a mistake, but you know what? It's fine. I'm definitely not a mistake. My parents spent so much money on me. There's no freaking way. I'm a happy little unplanned child.
That sounds more accurate, because I know it's like really fucking expensive to freeze your
Pretty
eggs.
expensive.
Wait, this is a yearly expense. 30K?
I have no idea.
Monthly?
I'm not very good at Googling. I just saw the numbers and stuff.
Brittany.
We need to know.
look it
It's
up.
important for us.
Ks.
I am curious, because if it's a yearly expense, I'm like, okay, 30K.
To be honest, I don't know, like I've been thinking, so I used to really want 2 kids, but I've been thinking I might be happy with 1. I don't know. I also asked Abe, I was like, do you prefer a boy or girl, or do you not care? And then he was like, honestly, I probably would prefer a daughter, but I want a son. And I'm like, how very Asian of you. And then I was like, I think I would prefer a son, but I also want a daughter, which is why I'm like, maybe we should do two. But then you can't control like you can't control your children's like what sex they come out to be. It's complete RNG, right? The only reason I prefer a son is because I feel like I would be so much less stressed with a son. I don't know, it's just scary to me. I feel like growing up as a woman in this day and age, it just freaks me out. And I can completely understand where my parents came from, like trying to protect me as I was growing up. I would freak me the hell out, dude, like raising my own daughter. But I feel like, I don't know. Yeah, you can't really predict a lot of stuff. You can't predict anything, but I don't know. I just think like for guys, it's a little less likely for them to get hurt. There's like a whole category of, I don't know. I guess it is equal. I don't know. I just feel like it's so scary. Very, very scary. I feel like if you get unlucky, like, okay, here's another thing. Let's just not even say like any other scary things, but let's say like pregnancy. I would be so devastated if my daughter came home pregnant. And I'd be like, which stupid fuck did this? You know? Obviously she's involved, but like, it would just be so devastating for me, you know? That's why I think for sure early education on like sex and reproduction is really good. Like, I really think it's so important. Like, if your child is gonna be getting involved in sexual activity in any way, they need to know how to protect themselves and all the risks. Because I feel like because we grew up with our parents and they were so kind of like conservative or reserved with the information and they didn't want to have the talk with their kids because of embarrassment and weirdness, I feel like that does more harm, like way more harm, you know? I think it's better to just tell them like, listen, I don't recommend you doing it, but if you are, like, take A, B, C precaution, because A, like, this can happen to you and it'll affect your health for the rest of your life, and like B, this can happen, or C, this can happen. These are all really bad fucking things, so make sure you do this one or two thing to protect yourself, or else it's not gonna be a good time. I feel like, what else is there to say? It's not gonna be a good fucking time, dude.
For a year to freeze your eggs, like if that's something that you want and you know it's in.
Do you think anyone has ever eaten their eggs like caviar?
Excuse me?
But like they have gone through. Wait, they like scoop their eggs out. Wait, you can't even scoop your eggs out.
You gotta scrape them out.
You'd have to get them from the doc.
You'd have to get them from the doc.
Out. And I don't think the doctor would let you eat your eggs. But people do eat.
Wait a damn
People
second.
eat their placentas.
Why would the
They do
doctor
eat their
not let me
placentas.
eat my
Very
eggs?
normal thing.
They're fine.
They would probably think you're like weird.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, ma'am. We can't do that protocol or something.
There's no
Okay,
shot.
and
The
then
doctor's just giving you
But
an egg.
nothing's
won't
stopping you,
eat
bro.
milk.
Nothing's stopping you, Jody, from getting a melon scooper and going inside your
There's a
uterus.
lot stopping me, like
That's
injuring
true, your
myself.
sanity,
But
your-
what's the doctor gonna do? Like, oh, we can't let you eat your eggs. I'll be like,
getting-
oh,
I'm
okay.
cringing.
Could I have them instead? And then they'll be like, okay, and I'll be like,
I don't even think you get to see your eggs. I'm pretty sure.
They're
do
so
they
tiny,
knock
aren't
you
they?
out for this? I feel like they knock you out. They take out your eggs. They're in a freezer somewhere. You wake up
probably
and you're
knock
like
you out.
sipping on orange
Well,
juice and
no,
eating crackers
I don't
and
think
shit.
They knock you out.
To get your eggs?
They
I am
definitely
pretty
knock
sure
you out.
you. I would.
They don't knock
agree
you
with
out for
Sydney.
your IUD insertion.
And they fucking
should.
And they
They
fucking
should.
They
should.
fucking
Can we talk about
should.
that? That is insane. How
No.
like, for those who don't know, there's different kinds of birth control. IUD is one of them, and they don't require that you go under when they insert it or remove it from your, I don't know, womb.
They
vagina.
recommend that you take just like your over-the-counter pain meds, like an ibuprofen, like 2 hours before your appointment.
Isn't that
Cringing from
insane?
so
That
much
shit
secondhand
is
pain.
actually the most painful thing that I've ever experienced.
Wait, you did it like without any. You just painkiller?
I think I did take an ibuprofen like 2 hours before.
Like, how that'll help when they're like,
No, helps none.
No, it hurt
really
so
helps
bad.
none.
It was my greatest pain
it's either that
experience.
or do you pay like what $800 for like anesthesia or something?
I don't even think they offer
No, you
anesthesia for the
can. You
Oh.
can like
It
do
just
it, but
costs a lot.
it's not like recommended. They're like, oh, well, people like do it all the time without doing
They
it.
tell you that it's not.
The
common.
first time I got so I've gotten an IUD put in twice because I got mine replaced in the second one. And the second one in, I was like, I knew what was coming. But the first time, I brought my ex with me and I'm in the doctor's office. First of all, she's up in my shit and it hurts so fucking bad. Like literally the worst pain I've ever had in my life.
God.
And okay, I'm gonna tell two really embarrassing things that happened in this appointment. We're getting to TMI here. So I'm sitting there, whatever, and like the pain that you feel while you're getting your IUD put in, I don't even know how to describe. Like it's somewhere that you've never felt before, and then on top of that, like your whole body, you can't like control anything. So I just let it rip in the fucking doctor's office. It was horrible.
Wait,
the
by
doctor's,
let it rip,
like
you
I
mean
farted
you
in
fart-
the doctor's face. I farted in my gynecologist's face, and I felt so bad.
That
She's
is-
just like, and I'm like, she was like, no, it's okay. It's like super normal. It happens all the time. Like,
I mean,
when-
she's probably seen like everything.
she's seen everything.
And
Okay,
smelled.
but it doesn't stop there.
Okay.
So then.
Shit.
No
No,
way.
no,
Oh,
no.
oh,
but,
okay.
So, anyways, then we finish up, and she's like, okay, I'm gonna go get you some juice and crackers, whatever. So she leaves the doctor's office, and she's like, are you like stable enough? And I'm like, yeah, no, I feel okay, I feel fine. So she steps out, and I'm like, immediately projectile vomit across the room. Like I'm talking like the shit you see in cartoons, all over her office. Like not only did I fart on this poor woman, then she had to clean up my vomit.
Oh no.
So it was
Patients of a saint.
They should have put me under, I think. Second one went swimmingly.
Oh.
But, yeah.
That's good.
Wow.
No, I do think that they should put you under though.
Yes,
I
that shit
I
hurts so
100%. It does hurt. It hurts.
Yeah.
I didn't fart or puke, but I was close to passing out. So,
Oh my gosh.
what did you guys think about the streamer awards?
It was a great event.
Yeah.
Hosted by Cutie and Maya.
Yeah.
Very
they did
good for her
amazing.
first
Which,
time.
yeah, they honestly blew
Killed
away.
it.
I also thought it was so funny. Like, they're hosting, they just hit such meta jokes. Like,
Yeah.
oh, it was really good.
I was impressed because, like, going in, I wasn't expecting it to feel like an actual award show. Like, I wasn't expecting it to feel like the Oscars. But then when they started poking fun at a bunch of streamers, I was like, oh, this is exactly like what they do in Hollywood. Like, they make fun of each other. And in Hollywood, it always feels like, ooh, God, I don't know if, like, fucking Beyonce is going to take that joke well, right? Like, she might be fucking pissed. But, like, they're picking on Mizkif and Hassan. And
Yeah.
I
Dude,
saw them out of my periphery. They just kept being like...
yes. The amount of jokes, though, that were thrown at their expense was like pretty much, I would say 80% of them.
Yeah, because they knew that they could take it.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, yeah, we do be making, everybody be making fun of them on the internet.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Yeah.
That's true.
I like the one about Jason R.
I like that one too.
I know. And then they did a curtsy on stage. I loved it.
They were very, very meta about their
Yeah.
jokes. It kept it really funny, for sure.
Something that does come to mind in terms of unsavory was like for half of the award show could not hear the hosts because the people were talking at the bar.
Yes,
it just
that-
there was open doors to where the bar was behind
That
us
was
and then our
kind of
table and then the stage, and I like would look up
Not
at the
too
teleprompter
fun.
to hear what they were saying.
Yeah, I
So
really
if
wanted
you
to
were
be
at
like,
the bar-
shut the fuck up.
You know who was at the bar? I
Who?
learned Broden.
Oh, yeah.
No fucking way. You were
one
one of those people. You were the reason why Jody and Sydney couldn't hear a thing Cutie was saying, huh? What have you got to say for yourself?
Okay, but they sat at the front. Now imagine my table. We sat next to the fucking bar. I could not hear anything. We sat next to the bar. We were literally the table right beside the bar. And I was like, I can't hear a single thing, man. All I hear is just people laughing and talking. And I'm like, I cannot hear. I definitely think next time they should make it so that the bar is like way farther away. Or even like a completely different floor.
Yes.
Say,
Okay, I have a number of things to say here. Okay.
okay. Say it while it eats into your head.
First of all, the sound inside the actual venue was pretty poor. From my
Damn.
table, I couldn't hear anything actually.
Oh.
Like Selena and I were sitting next to each other and I was like, can we get subtitles? Yeah, I mean, I got up to get a drink and there were some noisy people back there, but they just have like naturally loud voices.
Who was it?
Who was it?
Actually, not like. I feel like all of the streamers were pretty respectful. It was like the +1s that were the loud ones.
Did you hear that? If you're watching this and you're in +1, we're talking about you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're talking about you.
pretty boistrous.
Interesting.
My jaw hurts from this airhead.
Why did you go back? Someone
it.
take it. Someone take it.
It really hurts. Why did
It does look like you're chewing on a rock.
She ate the whole thing. I feel like she's like a dog where it's like, where did you get this?
You left
Take it out of your mouth,
Spit it
Lily.
out.
Take it out of your mouth.
You left it in front of me. Why would he do that? Right?
He also
all
left
fucking
pickles in front of
rodents.
you and a wrapper. Are you gonna eat both of those?
I was getting to the pickles after. Oh fuck! I actually regret this so much.
That's why I stopped eating it. Was because it hurt.
He did.
okay,
We had a
Lily,
whole
we'll give you some time.
conversation. He complained about it.
Faster, Lily, faster. We have a podcast going.
To be fair, we like airheads. These are just old ones.
Yes.
Yeah,
we do.
That was very stale. Anyway, I did like the crayons and coloring, but
Yeah, and the Cheerios.
that was
It
the
was really
Cheerios.
cute.
Oh my god, Michael went ham on the coloring. You know,
saw that
Peppa,
tweet.
dude, he drew like diamond armor. He started like he was so focused, like drawing the Nether portal, like coloring it in purple and all this stuff. It was very nice. Good choice for the coloring.
Yes,
Coloring,
the
but Cutie
coloring
knows the
books.
streamers really well.
Yeah, and it was true. It was right at the bit where I was like, "Oh, I am drifting. There are things. What am I thinking about? Like, not this." And she was like, "For all of you streamers," I was like, "That's me. That's me. I can barely pay attention anymore." Granted, I didn't end up using the coloring books, but it still brought me back in because I was like, "You're being a pay attention."
When I
Fucking
came
pay
home
attention.
that night, I looked in my bag, and he stole the box of crayons. It was in my bag, and I'm so like, all right, souvenir. I have the crayons.
Michael stole them.
Yeah,
Is Michael one of those? Like, do you go to a restaurant and he like takes the seasoning and shit?
Yes,
Really? Takes a cup.
Is he a klepto?
Takes the...
yes.
Really?
Don't you
way.
remember his story about taking the spoon?
The spoon. Do you know the spoon story?
I don't know the spoon
He
story.
went to cut in Las Vegas, super fancy
Michael
steak
is,
place.
Michael's
He
a
took
minor
a spoon
thief.
from Cut, and he's so proud of that spoon. Every place he goes to, he's like, my souvenir or something.
Okay, so
like
he
that.
is absolutely. You
He's-
nailed
yeah,
it.
he's a klepto.
Because his reasoning though was that
He's a petty thief.
he was like, this
The
was such a
small-
good memory. Like I don't remember this forever. I need a souvenir.
There's
That's a
pictures.
great excuse.
There's
That's a great
pictures for
excuse.
that, Michael.
It is.
He just takes.
I'm gonna
little...
start using that every time I go to Chanel. This is
No,
my
no, I think you would do it for Chanel.
I love this story. I just want to remember it.
Yeah,
It's a
of
quirky
course.
Michael thing.
When we did the animal what's in the box shoot,
Yes.
Lily brought a hairbrush and then Michael brought his
we
spoon.
had to bring a treasured possession. He bought the spoon from Cut, and I'm like, you can't be serious enough. Sometimes I'll leave and I'll look in my bag and I'm like, where is this shot glass from? I think a house party we went to or something. He took a shot glass.
Which you're an accomplice.
No, he just puts it in my bag, man, and I'm like, Michael, where did you get this?
I'm gonna have my eyes on Michael next time he comes
I
over.
know.
What the
It
fuck are you
fits his
stealing now, dude?
personality.
It does.
Such a
really fits
Michael
his
thing to
personality.
do, like-
yeah.
Oh my god.
But it's also like if the cops ever would be like, hey, we need to look through your bag. Michael's like,
Oh,
oh yeah,
God.
go ahead, search me. Do you want
I
to
would
search
be
her?
Yeah.
thrown under the bus.
You would.
It's okay. I will take the hit.
You would go
Well,
down
that's
for him.
true love.
I do love him.
So, how did you guys feel about the drama that was on the Streamer Awards?
Drama?
Let's see. Cindy was telling me about it in an elevator. I don't know
Yeah.
about it
So
very well.
I just saw this on Twitter before we were on our way over here. Who was originally a part of was getting some flack for tweeting about Saikuno, and I wasn't able to find the original screenshots because apparently he deleted his tweets, but it was something about how Saikuno's like fake persona thing and like his like cutesy laugh anime boy thing, whatever, and he
about
was like joking about him being like, oh, like you're a grown man, like don't act like that, whatever. And of course people on the internet started attacking. He got pictures of his like house in his DMs and
Oh,
like
shit.
death threats and stuff like
Scary.
that.
Yeah, I also saw that post.
I haven't seen it at all.
Well, a lot of the original stuff did get deleted, but I think like the person in question ended up sort of doubling down on it, and instead of like then started attacking stan culture, which I can understand because sometimes stans can be like sending someone a photo of their house is probably not, and like Saikuno probably doesn't want that for the people who are, representing him. So it was an interesting thing to see. And now I'm really scared about talking about this at all in general.
Okay, we can steer. Let's go.
Can I
pivot.
just say, I hate it when people use "you're a grown man" / a woman as an insult. It's always said by, like, I don't. it just feels like, what's the word, ageism? I don't know.
Well, I just think like if you're a grown man, you shouldn't be tweeting and attacking someone. So I mean, it's like to each their own.
I also agree with
Yeah,
that.
it's like tit for tat.
Yeah, literally tit for tat. But to pivot, so that we don't talk about this, the original clip that was posted of Saikuno laughing, I think was not very, it was not a good showcase of Saikuno's stream or talent.
I felt that way about a lot of the clips
Yeah.
that were shown at the Streamer Awards.
Oh, yeah, the clips were kind of like, I was confused. Like,
Yeah.
Saikuno's clip was Michael's play
Yes.
in Valorant, right?
Yes.
And he was just laughing.
Yes.
I was so confused, but then Michael was like laughing. They were like talking like, yeah, we should play Valorant more so you get double nominated or whatever the fuck. But go on.
It just felt like maybe whoever was editing the clip or choosing the clips that were going to be shown at the Streamer Awards didn't really know the content creators or were not able to find clips that really represented them, because from a lot of those clips I would not like people who were Gamer of the Year is a little bit easier because you just find one sick play from them, but if it's like Streamer of the Year and they're just
Guys, look how cute he is. Look at him. Look at his little face. He just wants to rub in like a little boo boo. Little boo boo. Oh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You get those scritches in. Oh yeah. He's so happy. Oh boo boo boo. Oh. Yeah, feels good. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, feels great. Oh yeah. Look at his face. He's so cute. He's so cute. Cutie pie.
doing whatever, just chatting, and you have this like short clip of like it's literally just Saikuno laughing. Like how am I supposed to get Saikuno's personality from that? I learned nothing. He's essentially done nothing in that clip. And for me, it felt very lackluster or like empty. And I wish it would have been like, I can think of tons of clips from Saikuno that are hilarious that I've seen on wherever. And I feel like they didn't really highlight the streamers appropriately. And I hope that like next year they have really great clips.
I was thinking about that when the Among Us portion came on.
Yeah, for sure.
I was like expecting like at least toast, right?
Toast, yeah.
But no toast, and I'm like, oh,
No
okay.
toast.
I don't know.
I think of Toast as like the father of Among Us, right? And so for him to not be included in the Among Us thing, I thought was weird. Or like all of the people, like
I definitely think.
Oh, hey there.
If I were to have like, I agree with a lot with the podcast. If I were to have any, like, just constructive criticism, I do think that a lot of the clipping section probably could have been better choices. With that being said, like I think Cutie and Maya did an amazing, absolutely crazy job of everything overall. I think like right now, it's like when people talk about criticism of any way, it's just like you know, things that could be improved. Not because I think it was like a really bad fucking job. That is not the thing at all. Like that's not what people are trying to say, I think, or what I'm trying to say. I think in general it's like these can be improved or worked upon. I do think like, yes, in that particular section for Among Us as well, it's like I distinctively remember the first day we even played Among Us, and it definitely started with like OTV, and then after that like some friends that are not part of OTV, and like I think like our group definitely popularized it, and definitely like I do see Toast as like the father of Among Us. So it is a little strange to not have seen many of our clips in that section. But with that being said, like I don't think most of us even really know how like that portion of the stream was like, or that portion of the what are you trying to do? You want to eat my finger? He wants to lick it. He keeps looking at my finger when I'm moving my hand around. There you go. But yeah, I think like, I mean, for next time, you know, next year, I definitely think that maybe just more reviewing over that could be done, and just to be more inclusive of everyone. But I do think that don't you need to be nominated for that to happen? No, I think that clip or that part of the show was like a general thing. It was a rewind. Yeah, I don't think it was a montage. I don't think it was like a nomination. Also, I think it would have been cool too if each nominee had a small like 1 minute montage. I kind of remember when Ray won her streamer award that year, like each of the nominees had a small montage, like a little bit, like a 1 minute thing or a 30-second thing. I think that would be cool too if they did that for all the nominees of that. And I think it might be a lot of work, but I think it's also worth it if they, you know, eventually want to just up the production value of it, which I'm sure they will have the revenue for, seeing as the first one was very successful. And yeah, like the Poke video was really cool, but the Poke video was really long. I'm saying like for the nominees, you could just do like a 30-second one. Cutie said that everyone was getting distracted by how long the show was. I think I wasn't particularly distracted. If anything, I think it would be more engaging if there were short 30-second montages of each nominee. I think it would be more engaging because people want to see like highlights of why these people got nominated. And I think award shows are typically long anyways. She's going to reduce the show time next year because how talkative everyone was. I actually don't think she needs to. I think it would be more engaging if they included the montages, because then everybody would want to see those highlights. Because I think and that's how it usually is, right? In like a lot of award shows, they kind of show like small snippets of films that like they did their acting, or small snippets of things, right? And I think those are worth it, because typically I can see why it's boring when it's only like, or not boring, but like maybe it is boring to some people, but like why people walk away and get up, it's because all that's being done is like, you know, like these are the nominees, A, B, C, D, E, this is the winner, next, this is, you know, and it's just like, it's just an announcement show, you know. But if there was like extra stuff in between that keeps people engaged, I think that would keep people from saying it's like boring or like walking away and talking. She might reduce number of awards so they can do more fun stuff in between. Yeah, I think that's a possibility. I think you can reduce the number of awards, but also spend more time and attention with each award. But yeah, I think that's good too. I think, to be absolutely fair, people at home probably enjoyed it more than the people at the event, because when you're in the comfort of your own home and you can kind of just watch it however you like, it's probably more comfortable than like sitting in like a full done up gown, and like, you know, you have to worry about like the in theater audio, and there's people wanting to socialize because they're out and about and dressed up, and there's people you don't normally see. I think there's just a lot of factors to consider, but I do think that people at home, like you guys or whoever's not attending the actual streamer award, I think they would love what I said. And I don't think the length really matters too much, because you're all just comfy anyways, right? Like I wouldn't really care if like the award show was 2 hours or 3 hours or however long, because like I'm chilling in my chair. Like I could be eating dinner, I could be hanging, I could be playing Lost Ark on my second on my second monitor, and like watching the awards on one monitor, you know. Like I don't think it really matters. So I guess it just depends, like if she wants to cater it more towards the attendees or the people watching at home. But yeah, now that's my opinion. Overall, I loved it. I'm incredibly proud of Cutie and Maya. Like they did an amazing job, and everything is amazing. I mean, I've said this a billion times. Like you guys know how I feel about it. But yeah.
Like Train, Ray, like all of these people have, well, maybe Train did have a clip. I can't remember. But there's just like a lot of like people who really were the foundation for the.
Yeah, I also think it's easier to watch at home because they show all the camera angles and they have all these overlays for the stream, right? But then attendees, it's like depending on where you're sitting depending on where you're sitting, like your table, like the positioning, where the audio, the speakers are, and like how far you are from the front, and all this different stuff, like it might not have been as good as an experience like in the audience as opposed to it is on stream. So I actually think like people watching from stream probably had a much better experience than the people attending. And that's not necessarily like, I'm not saying like that's the worst thing in the world. It's just like that's probably true because everything is hooked up and the direct input goes into the stream, so it's just easier to hear, easier to see. It's really hard to master both things, but it was its first, so it was great for it being its first, and then it'll just keep getting better.
The Among Us meta that didn't get an opportunity to be shown up there.
Not to say that the clips that were included were like not highlighting those other creators, but like to not see Toast, I was like,
not pay homage to that.
Yeah.
That was
I did like when certain nominees came on, they played like a clip of said nominee, right? I wish that was done for more people. I actually really enjoyed seeing like, oh, this person's
Ever, I
coming
think
up,
in
and
8
then
months.
like their highlight, like for everyone to be highlighted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It would have been cool.
I would have liked that for music because all the other nominees are like so talented. I wish they showed more of that.
Coming from like a tech perspective, I have a feeling they planned for all of that or wanted all of that, and then as they got closer and closer, they're like, okay, let's cut that. We don't have time to do this. We need a clip. We need a clip.
There were a lot of awards to go through, and honestly, overall, again, it was a phenomenal show. I thought, like, for what it was, it's like great.
Yeah,
and everyone had a good time.
Impressive.
Very impressed. I was
For a
so
first
impressed.
time,
Dude, like,
amazing.
how can you pull that off? Like,
I don't know.
That's so hard.
I mean, the viewership was crazy. Like, you
it's
know it'll happen
so
next
good.
year.
I know. Well, so I saw a tweet, something between like Hassan and Cutie, and she was like, Cutie was joking, like, I want Hassan to be my co-host next year. And I was like, next year? We're doing this again? Like, I literally can't. I put it like up there with TwitchCon in terms of like Twitch events that I'm really excited for. Like, I cannot wait to go to the next Streamer Awards, and I can't wait to go to the next TwitchCon and like that be a yearly thing that we get to do now.
It was fucking cool. Like, overall, really cool.
yeah.
We get to get dressed up, like meet people from like the amount of people. I met someone who flew in from like fucking Norway, you know? Like,
That's
it's
insane.
just, people from all over the place were so excited about this and like able to come. And I think there were a lot of people who didn't get the chance to come this year. And hopefully, like, after seeing how cool it was, they'll like have the opportunity next year. So,
oh yeah.
What if like they got the theater that they do like the Oscars or like the Golden Globes at?
that'd
Like,
be crazy.
that'd be pretty sick.
It's gonna be like the front 3 rows. That's it. Like,
Yeah.
it's full. Like, there's not enough of us.
I don't know. I think we could fill.
I
Really?
think we can
Yeah.
put streamers.
I think
I
so.
think
Oh,
Yeah,
for sure we
probably.
can stream. I think there's a bunch of other streamers out there.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Twitch is very diverse. I did think like a lot of the, like the
I'm getting so
the
sleepy,
montage. What's the
baby. Come
montage?
here
The
and
streamer
sleep.
montage. You know what I'm talking about? Where they show shit camp and all of that stuff.
yeah.
I think they could have added a lot more things to that because I felt it was like in one corner of the globe. But there's like so many other communities in Twitch out there.
Yeah.
So I would like to see like more of that.
Yeah.
Next year.
One criticism that I did see that I sort of resonated with, being one of the few Black people in the space, was that there was not a lot of representation there. Like, people were like, the only Black person I saw was Myth. I think that a lot of people who are like have large communities on Twitch or like large pockets of Twitch felt really left out. But at the same time, this is like Cutie's first run at this thing.
I agree.
And so she is
We're
going
just
to
nitpicking. Like
Yeah,
it's nothing serious.
Yeah, it's more so just like
We want to see it improve.
Improve,
'cause we
yeah,
liked
yeah.
it so much.
It was
Like,
so
I
good.
want to see this flourish and
Yeah.
be successful.
Yeah.
Like,
More
the
people involved.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the more successful and the more fun it is, like everyone's gonna want to join. Like it's
Yeah.
gonna be great.
It's literally fucking amazing. Also,
Yeah.
not to mention like
That's what
the
I'm
after
saying.
party. I don't ever see these people. Like the idea that we can all gather in person and then like hang out, talk, party together, whatever. That's like, it only really happens at TwitchCon, and we haven't had a TwitchCon happen in forever.
I think it was
So-
a good excuse for everyone to just gather and
Yeah.
have fun and talk to your colleagues.
And like talk to people that you don't normally talk to.
Yeah.
Because like I don't see half these people, and I met a lot of individuals for the first time that I've only interacted with like online.
We can make friends.
Yeah.
I really wanted to say hi to Hungry Box. Because
Have you never met him?
No, I don't think so. Like before this event, Michael showed me a bunch of Smash videos. Hungrybox plays Smash, and I'm like, oh man, Hungrybox is so cool. Like I'm watching these YouTube videos, and he was there, and I'm like, oh my god, it's like seeing a YouTuber. I just saw your videos. You're real. I wanted to say hi to him so bad.
What you didn't?
So funny.
I forgot.
How did?
Well, at the end, everyone was like dispersing, and everyone was like, "We're gonna eat," and Broden's like, "You're gonna come to the party, right? You're gonna go to the party," and blah 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 stuff.
Yeah, and then you ran
That's
away
exactly how
faster.
you sound.
I ran so fast.
You weren't there.
No.
I went to get dinner, and then I food comaed so hard. I just went home and slept.
That was kind of us though. We went home, changed food coma, but then
She
went.
said she was gonna go get dinner and then come meet us at the next party.
I never said.
She said that. So
I feel like you should have known.
I texted her the address, being like, "Here's the next place. I'll see you there." And she goes, "I ate a lot."
Well, you should understand. Sometimes you just food coma, and you just don't feel like going outside.
I feel like as soon as Lily was gonna say like I'm gonna eat and take a break and then I'll meet you there, I would have been like, all right, see you tomorrow, Lily.
Yeah.
See you next week.
Exactly,
Like,
right? They know me.
She can't be trusted.
You can't be trusted.
Broden showed up.
Huh?
Broden was there.
I never expected him to show. You didn't have to promise me anything. You're being difficult right now. Let's move on.
Broden's always difficult.
Yeah, if
He just gives you shit for no
He's
reason,
difficult.
man.
Broden is always difficult.
Yeah, overall, fun event. Any excuse to dress up and meet
Yeah.
other people, I am always down. I think we should host more things.
I agree.
Yeah.
We were gonna do. I remember OTV usually does like a New Year's party every
I'm
year.
so sad
Obviously, because of
about
COVID
it.
spikes, like we canceled all of that. That made me really sad.
This year, I think no matter whether the COVID's existing or not, we do it anyway.
Okay, why don't you say that louder, huh? Yeah.
We do it
I mean, the
anyway.
streamer awards just happened.
Yeah, I think things are changing. I
Yeah.
think the way that they did it at the Streamer Awards is like, I don't know if viewers know this, but we all got COVID tested prior to
And,
getting in.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we had to show vaccine cards and all
It was
those
very
things.
thorough.
But
Yeah.
like that's, I think,
We just
perfect.
do that.
That could be the standard.
Yeah.
Like, that's.
That could
It's
be
not
the
like
standard.
it's. No one
Everybody
complained.
gets
Like
COVID
Yeah.
it's
tested.
just like a standard.
Part of the reason some of the interviews were late was because they were like, "You can't go inside. COVID test's not ready yet."
Yeah. We had to wait a long time. I wonder if someone got tested positive and had to go home. I'm just curious.
Yeah,
No, I
am
didn't hear
curious,
about it,
yeah.
but
I
that
don't,
would've
I don't
been
think there
sad.
was anyone.
I think they would have told us.
I think,
Yeah.
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 I hope they would have told us.
That's definitely something that's like super doable for anything that we want
Yeah.
to do in the future. I feel like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Props to Katie for pulling it off. That must
Yeah.
have been stressful. I cannot imagine being in her position. Because, like, no matter what, people are going to find things to, like, oh, you should have done this, blah, blah, blah. But all the you should have done's aren't, like, that bad.
No,
either.
not
you know
at
what I mean?
all.
Yeah.
It's just
The
people,
overall
like,
experience
yeah.
was like
it was
10 out of
fantastic.
10.
I love
It's
it.
just
Great.
like if
Just
you
an
had
excuse
something
to
to
dress
say.
up, look cool, take pics.
Yeah. I loved her tweet afterwards too. That was like, I didn't ask your opinion. Shut the fuck up. I don't care. Like, I ran this thing how I wanted, and like
Yeah.
whatever you have to say doesn't matter to me. I'm like, yes, cutie.
Yeah.
She didn't have replies on. I was like, yes, girl, you did your shit. Like, have a bath and some wine and ignore everybody on the internet, please. Like, everyone sucks. But I think overall, like in general, people were so impressed with it. Like, I had like
Yeah.
normie people outside of Twitch who watched or like
Oh,
sent
cool.
clips
Oh,
or like,
yeah.
I saw you on this thing. Like, what the heck? And I'm like, yeah,
Michael's
it reached
friends
people
were
out.
watching.
Yeah.
They're like, we
Aw,
saw
that's
you.
cute.
And I'm like, oh, that's fucking cute. What the heck? They're so normal.
Yeah, my family watched. Like, it was like
My mom,
My mom was
Yeah.
watching.
watched. She's like, congratulations. I saw you won. I'm like, oh my God, even you know it? And I'm like, yeah, I didn't even tell her.
It's cool that you would be part of something that was live. I don't know. It makes you feel really proud to be part of Twitch. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm like surrounded by such cool people.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
walked out inspired. How did it feel to win an award,
Yeah.
Miss Lily Pichu?
Man. Well, it's a popularity contest, first of all. So I was like, just in case I win, I had something planned out in my head. I'm going to get up and I'm going to thank all the other nominees. Then I'm going to like shout out the music category on Twitch. Then I'm going to do this. And I'm going to say this like eloquently. And it's going to be perfect. I'm going to be amazing. I went up and nothing came to mind. Like my brain just hard reset. And I'm like,
Hard reset.
Mama, music, a talent, comfy beats. I just fucking fucked it.
Wait, okay, but you did hit a couple of your checkpoints. You shouted out the music category.
It's like
and other
whatever like came
people-
to mind. Like I just like blah 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 blah
Yeah.
blah. But then the lights are so bright. The microphone was higher than I thought. Like all of you had no faces to me. Like it was like stage fright. Just
Yeah.
like, completely takes over.
Yeah.
Stage fright's bad. Yeah.
But you, I mean, like from a viewer's perspective, it just came off as very Lily. Like you were very genuine to
Yeah.
yourself. You were like thankful for the other people and like It was cute. I thought it was super cute.
I tried watching it again, like the VOD, and I had to keep pausing because I kept cringing.
It's so hard to watch
Yeah.
yourself. Like,
But it was cute. Like everyone was really like supportive and happy. I just like, yeah, everyone's really kind and happy and supportive, and that that meant a lot.
that's good. Did you guys have like favorite moments from the Streamer Awards?
Oh, the Myung hug thing was fucking hilarious.
God.
So I didn't see that live, and I got to go back and watch it on stream
It's
yesterday.
so funny.
Oh my god!
I haven't
Because
seen
you
it.
know she didn't like intend to.
Yeah.
She said she just had like stage fright. Toast goes in for a hug and she just like books it.
Like, you know, she wanted off the stage as soon as
Immediately.
possible.
And then he's like, oh, and then he goes to make his speech. It comes off really funny on the clip.
yeah, the noise he made too. Like when she turned away, he was like,
Yeah.
It hurt all of us. It
That
really did. That was a
so
good moment.
Guys, we should just host more.
You slept 2 times as much as I did overall. You know what, Scara? I'm sure I slept more than like any one of our friends combined. It was insane, Scara. You don't understand. So the day before I slept, or like the day before yesterday, I only slept for like 2 hours, and also a cumulative exhaustion from the days where I stayed up until like 6 a.m. and I woke up for like a 10 a.m. Valo lobby or something like that. I did that so many days in a row. Or it was like I slept at like 7 a.m. and I had like a 9 a.m. call with like wedding planning stuff, and I was just all this like exhaustion just piled up that like yesterday I woke up to stream at like 9 a.m. in the morning, and I got off at like 1:30 p.m. I had to take my cat to the groomers, brought him back, and I was like, okay, babe. I was like talking to Abe, and I was like, okay, babe, I gotta sleep. And it was like 4 p.m. and then I just passed out all the way until like I woke up, and I was like, man, what time is it? And then he was like 8:30. And I was like, whoa, how many days have passed? I slept from 4 p.m. to 8:30 a.m. Like, I slept through the entire day and the entire night. Like, whew. I woke up. I actually legitimately thought I might have slept like 20 hours. I woke up and I looked outside, and it was like kind of gloomy. So I was like, is it like 4 p.m. already? Like, is it 3? Did I sleep like 24 hours? Like, how many hours did I sleep? But it was like 8:30, so I was like, yeah, well, time to stream all day because I slept all day. Dude, I can't believe I slept so long. It's crazy. But luckily my body lets me sleep that long. That has to be the longest I've slept my entire life. I think my past longest record was 13 hours. I slept 16 hours. I just died, Scara. I died. I just woke up from a coma. It's crazy.
More events, so I just want to dress up.
You've been talking about a ball for so long.
Well, no,
A
I'm
ball.
planning a fairy tea party.
A big
Wonderful
dress.
happening in August.
I know.
Really?
Me too.
Is it like a birthday fairy tea party? Is it gonna be a birthday celebration?
No, I didn't plan for it to be. Just that
Same thing
August
like
worked
that.
out.
Thank you for the 20 months.
But
Welcome
yeah,
back.
so that's
That sounds really
so
good.
everyone's required to dress
Alright,
up
thank you for the
Like
and be
fairies?
cute, like little fairy cottage core.
Yeah, with like little flowers and ribbons and like those
20
Saint
hours.
moves, you know, the
Jeez.
what do you call it? The chiffon
Chiffon. Yeah,
Chiffon?
right? Chiffon.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Very fairy-like clothing.
But I think we should have an OTV ball.
Ooh.
Masquerade
fun.
ball.
I've literally all I've ever wanted to do in my life is
Yes.
go to a masquerade ball.
Yes.
I would pay to see a bunch
masquerade
of streamers
ball.
attempt to dance in a ball. Like that sounds really fun.
Wait, we could throw a ball and then have like
we
like
have
a ballroom
lessons?
teacher.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
We could all learn. Okay, fine.
No, I'm down.
I would be down.
We're all
I just
like square dancing
Do- do-
throwback.
Okay, that was the first thing I thought. I was like, we had square dancing in middle school, and our dance instructor's name was Dancing Dave, and he always had crusty hands. And when I say crusty,
Ew.
I mean like his skin would flake off when you would touch
Ew.
his hands. Like it was disgusting, and he was
Dancing
really
Dave.
Dancing
Did
Dave.
he have like a condition?
No, I don't think. I think he was just really dry,
Oh,
and he used
God.
to hit on the middle
Flaky
school
hands.
girls.
Oh.
Exactly. He was overall crusty as hell, and that just gave me that throwback. And that's why when you said ballroom dancing, I was like Dancing Dave. But I'm sure not all dance instructors are.
Crusty.
Creepy pedophile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like a meme at our school though, because everybody was like, "What the fuck's up with Dancing Dave?" Ugh.
Masquerade ball? Anyone?
Yeah,
OG masquerade ball?
I'm down though.
That sounds
Dude,
fun.
if the guys don't want to learn how to dance ballroom, all the girls should just learn, and the girls can dance with each other.